Those of you who have got the book with the results, with the solutions, can you please raise your hand now so that I know that you have it? Tamali, Nguyen, Thi Minh Tam, and Pham Thi Tui. Have you got the book? If yes, raise your hand. We're talking about the special book which contains the results. Okay. So if anyone doesn't have the book, you can download it. We have published the download link in your group. But if you don't see it there, here it is again. So this is the PDF. It will probably directly download. If you have Windows, you can also get the software which provides you with the pronunciation. And it will pronounce for you. You can listen to the pronunciation of anything in the book. So okay, so we have 10 people who are answering the test today. The results are very good. You're having very good success. Give us some time. This one, please take the seat. All right. So, what were those difficult things? Seems like from 5 onwards it was difficult. Looks a little bit like some of you did not really study for the 6th exercise. Anyway, let's check this out. So Deepayo Girinang Agachanti must be B because Deepayo, Deepayo, this is the plural. Agachanti, they come. It cannot be come from because then it would be yes. The point is that it is Girinang. If it was from the case, it would be Giribhe. Into is Girinang, into. All right. Walk inside is total nonsense. You actually, yes, this would be Girisu. And stay in the caves actually is a different verb. So that would be Vasanti. Next, we actually have no more time. So we're already over time. So this will be very complicated for us today. Anyway, I'll try to do this as fast as possible. So gahapatayo is the same thing, like dipe should be easy. Muttihi is one meaning, you know, those are the hammers. So as soon as you see muttihi hammers, this is the only answer that can be right. Then somebody's raising their hand. What's going on? Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, good. Oh, there it is. So I think you can, Manriana, like I see you're raising your hand. Is there any problem?
No, we don't have a problem. You never asked us to lower
I
our.
see. So lower that, please.
Okay.
Okay, good. That's good. So householders receive gems. So you see we have visitors, atitihe, so there's only one option that's right. You need to know the vocabulary. 4, hermit keeps gems. So indeed, here we have 2 options that are about gems. So which one of them could be right? So we have only 2 differences, nidhiya or nidhimhi. Okay, nidhiya or nidhimhi. So in a hidden treasure. So nidhimhi is the correct version. In the hidden treasure. Nidhiya would mean from the hidden treasure. Okay, so it must be nidhiya. I think so. So anyway, nidhimhi is the only correct version. Then 5, the thickness of the sickness of the belly. So they're all the same, just the grammar is different, and only here it is right. So patino or patissa is correct, puccino or puccissa is correct. So that's why it seems like it's weird, because the sickness of the belly and the son of the master seem like they will have the same ending, but although they don't have to, because you have 2 endings that are correct. So you could say patissa puttang puccissa vyadhi. You could say patino puttang puccino vyadhi. You could say patissa puttang puccino vyadhi. You could say patino puttang puccis vyadhi. All of those 4 options are correct. All right, mayang kassa kassa vihing ojiningsu. So mayang will come with always MSU, and kassa kassa vihing. So kassa kassa vihing. So kassako is the farmer. So you get farmer, that's everywhere. Vihi is petty. Here is wealth, so that's wrong. Path is also wrong. So if you know the vocabulary, you know that only either A or D can be right. So now, is it we collected or we took? Well, ochinati is to collect. It's from the first lesson. Remember, try to memorize the vocabulary, otherwise it's a disaster, because there will be more and more vocabulary and you won't be able to catch up if you did not memorize the vocabulary. All right, number 7 is a lot of fun, but you can notice that actually all of these words are exactly the same. The only difference is between these 2 words. All right, so is it asi kavi or it is kavi asi? And it's easy to find out because it's just these two last words. Okay, so all of this must be correct, because the only difference between all of the 4 options are just these 2 words. So just if you use some logics, you should be able to answer this question within 10 seconds. So ascetics and poets. So either asi is ascetics or it is kavi. And because kavi is poets, then you know that it must be either A or D. Okay, so which one of them is right? Udadhimhi or udadhiya? Is the same question as it was previously. I think it was number 1, right? No. Here, Question number 4, you have the same thing, nidhimhi or nidhiya. You see, you could have either A or C with manning. It's the same thing, the same thing. So if you answered correctly number 4, you need to have number 7 as well, because number 7 is also the same thing, udadhimhi, in or upon the ocean. This rising upon the ocean is in the exercises, so it's copied from there. 8, you carried birds for the king. So Bupalino, that's all correct. So the only difference is the number of T's, or or A or I. Okay, so is it A or I? Is it 1 or 2 T's? So always remember that for second person plural, you always need to have 2 T's. So it can be only C or D. All right. And to know that it is aharita, you will have to have it memorized. For double T, you don't need to memorize anything. Just remember that. That's always. But to remember that it is aharita and not aharata, you will need to know that it's the past tense, and indeed, it's a past tense. And you will need to have it memorized. If you did not memorize the conjugation here, then I don't think you could have it right. But you had 50% chance if you guessed. 9. The sages sat on the tiger's island. So, tiger's island, yes. This was a play with these 2 words, dipo and dipi. So you need to memorize the declension, otherwise you cannot get this right. So dipino is from dipi, so that's the tigers, dipino, and dipe is where? On the island. All right, so on the island should be easy, so you had one of these 3 options correct, but because you would have memorized the declension for the first category for the island, then you would know that dipasa or dipaya is simply wrong. Okay, that's not the locative. The locative is dipe. Okay, and for dipe, yes, and for the tiger, yes, I see. So it must be dipino. Now you could say this one is a little confusing. So it is A instead of I. So you would have to know that it is dipino or dipissa because it's aggino or aggissa. You don't have aggassa. Okay. So this was definitely difficult. Yes. I almost consider that this could be wrong. No. This would be dipissa. To make this right, you would have to have it dipissa and not dipassa. Okay. Now the last one, and then I will be leaving, so you will get an update through the Viber, all right? And you will need to ask me in Viber questions because today I've organized my meal time the wrong way. All right, so the boy ascended a mountain, saw a tiger, ran away. So let me see the results here. 80%, that's good. 8 out of you got it right. Actually, every single option here is correct. It's just not answer, it's just not translation of the sentence. So only this first one is translating the first sentence, but the remaining 3 answers are perfectly correct. They just have different meaning. So this one means what the sentence says: the boy ascended the mountain, and then he saw the tiger, and then he ran away. Now here the boy took a stick, he beat the tiger, and then ran away. Here, the boy took a gem, gave it to the tiger, and ran away. And here, the boy ascended an island. He saw a mountain and then ran away. Okay, all of the 4 options have correct, perfect grammar. It's just that only one of them translates the sentence in here. All right, so I must be running right away. We don't have any more time. It was a pleasure to see everyone. I'm happy that our course continues and we are not losing that many students that fast. I hope to see you next week, and I will provide all updates in the Viber group. If you have any questions, any concerns, any suggestions, let me know in the Viber group. I will carefully check it.
Yeah,
May you
what
be
about
happy.
the homework?
Yes,
What about
yes.
the homework?
Again, next two exercises. Okay, so this will be 7 and 8. I would like to suggest to you that you use Anki software for memorizing vocabulary. It will be more and more, and you really need to use it. So Anki is free to download and use in Windows. It is quite expensive to use it on iPhones and iPads, but I have it, and I can tell you it's worth it. It's amazing. It's an amazing app, and I can learn hundreds, thousands of vocabulary wherever I go, whatever I'm doing. I just have it on the iPad, just touch and learn. That's all what I'm doing. So easy, you know. You can easily update your iPhone or iPad version through the computer, so you have them at the same time. You don't need to do any edits 2 times. You do one either on the iPad or on laptop. You synchronize, and you're good to go on both devices. It works so well. It's really good. So if you decide to install and use Anki and you have any problem, let me know. If I cannot answer by text, if it's clear, we'll connect by Zoom and I'll help you. But again, be careful. The iPad or iPhone version can be quite expensive if you're guarding every dollar, but I believe it's worth it. On laptops, however, it's totally free. It's like 100% free, full version. Okay, thank you everyone for coming. May you be happy and healthy, and may you soon attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana.
Thank you so much, Bhante.